Well, I am here with the man behind it all, Eric Daman, the stylist you went from working on Sex and the City a little bit, to the Gossip Girl, to the Carrie Diaries.
And I feel like it's all full cycle, and I feel like I'm still in New York, still creating amazing fashion, and it's just really exciting. I feel like working with all these fresh faces, and being Patricia's assistant on Sex and the City was amazing. I learned so much, and I'm taking so much from that to be able to kind of recreate, but also pre-create a Carrie Bradshaw that we've never seen before. So small, little expectations, no pressure to create
Small
Carrie Bradshaw in the 80s. Nothing. But what's really great about it is to kind of create this other Carrie Bradshaw that is a high school girl in Connecticut that has a bit of a connection to New York, but still is like, kind of a hometown Connecticut girl still trying to figure out her fashion, but giving her those elements that really kind of, you're like, oh, that's where that's the Carrie, So there's great little nods that we're giving it to it that's going to kind of create this other buzz that'll generate into who Carrie Bradshaw we love and know is.
And of course, over time, I'm sure it will get more and more fun and crazy as you get closer to the actual Carrie that we know. But where are you finding your 80s nod to fashion? And I mean, it's coming back around anyway. So.
I'm really finding it everywhere. Like, we're in New York City, and it's one of the best cities to shop in the world. I love shopping everywhere, but New York, I feel like, has such amazing vintage stores. But also, there's so many great designers, and the 80s are out there, and we're trying to create this aspirational authenticity. So it's not the ugly 80s that everyone, is horrified and amazed by at the same time. Like, oh my God, giant neon oversized shoulder padded sweaters with 6 pairs of socks? Not happening. Maybe on a BG girl or a secretary. Right. But on our main cast, they're going to be in very well tailored, kind of modern. We're using a lot marked by Marc Jacobs and Topshop and H&M and trying to keep it high and low and keep that aspirational authenticity to it, so it seems attainable for the crowd that we want to reach. And I think something that we did with Gossip Girl was kind of that high and low. In the end, it was all high because that's where it had to progress to. But I think going into this, I think we might be reaching a younger demographic, and I think it's very important to have those like Target and H&M price points as well, like throwing in the Mark by Mark.
Because you want that girl to be able to run out and buy the H&M when they see
it for herself. I think what we were really trying to do, and what I loved about the 80s, is that everyone was so unique and everyone could have their own fashion. You can do your own thing, and I think we're really celebrating individuality through style here. And I think that's what everyone loved about Carrie Bradshaw, that she was such an individual fashion icon, but it was very personal to who she was. And I think that's what we're trying to do with, the new Carrie and Sophia, as well as the rest of the cast.
And I'm sure Freema's wardrobe is pretty good.
Like, amazing. I can't even talk about Freema. Just like neon color blocking, sparkle blade, like everything you can imagine, like giant, Philip Tracy hats, and just like the best turbans, and ethnic bamboo jewelry mixed with neons, just everything you would imagine that an editor at Interview magazine would be wearing. She was just like, oh, that's in the closet, fantastic. So
well, I'm glad I wore some neon tonight because I've heard it at least 3 times, so I know I'm in a good place.
Neon. It's all happening.
Now, how much do the girls know about what you're putting them in? Are they learning as you go? Some of them seem a little newbie to the fashion situation.
Well, they're young, so of course they're newbie to it. Blake Lively was a newbie to it when I met her too. So yes, they are, just like any 17-year-old or 18-year-old moving from Denver to New York and working with me and this show, you're like, oh, this is amazing. I get to wear this designer or that designer. And, I think Anna Sophia, similar to Blake, has a very big interest in it and understands it and is really curious about it. And, that's what I love about Anna Sophia. She is very curious about it, but all the characters are very curious about their clothing. And I think when it comes down to a really great actor, it's really important to understand your clothing and what you're wearing and what that represents to who your character is and to the scene. So, I think it's great that there is that reaction, and I can have that. I feel pretty good coming off the last season of Gossip Girl, just being like, you should wear this because this looks really great and it's good for your character.
Well, you couldn't be any better person to teach them.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Now, we just quickly, a little nod to Gossip Girl because it is at its end.
God, I will.
What is your final send-off? How is the last season going?
Fabulous. It's like it's really like
we're pulling out all the stops.
All the stops, every last couture stop you can imagine, like right off the Paris runway into Gossip Girl, into Silver Cup Studio. It's happening. It's really like I feel like it's the last season. It's the last when do you get to I might get to do this later. But right now for what we're doing, I just really wanted to push the envelope as far. We've pushed it, and I feel like let's just go for it. And Leighton and Blake and all the guys, everyone was so into it. Like, oh, fine, let's just wear the headbands, but bigger headbands, and just like, let's just kind of take it to that Gossip Girl 2.0 place, and we have. And I feel like, we're shooting the finale, and it's sick. It's really beautiful, and I hope everyone loves it. And there's picture, like, who's tweeting all these pictures of the finale already? But it looks really beautiful. It looks beautiful. It's shot beautiful. The cast is gorgeous, and I'm very happy with the send-off. Everyone's like, are you sad? I'm like, no, I'm actually really happy. We've had a great 6-year run. A lot of TV shows don't get that, much less the hype that we've gotten. And the cast, they all have their own great careers. I'm going on to a wonderful show with Carrie, and I'm just delighted to be a part of all of it.
It's amazing. You couldn't be in a better place right now. Eric! Well, congratulations. Very excited. And can we get a buzz you later into the camera?
Buzz you later. What does that mean? What do I... That,
Is that how we sign off on AfterBuzz TV?
Then how do I do? What's that? Is that?
It's just buzz you later, right into the camera.
Buzz you later.
Yeah.
Hey, buzz you later.